Is it time to buy or sell QQQ ETF? In this video, we are diving deep into QQQ. Our initial report was published on our website on Thursday, the 26th of June, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 27th of May, 2025, our system has ranked QQQ as a buy candidate, assigning it a score of 4.96. Now let's examine the performance of the exchange-traded fund during this time frame. The exchange-traded fund has experienced a gain of 4.8%. This results in an average return of 0.22% per day since it was designated as a buy candidate. The exchange-traded fund is positioned within a broad and robust upward trend in the short term, indicating that further growth is anticipated. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential increase of approximately 22.24% over the next 3 months, with possible returns ranging between 13.99% and 31.76%. In the longer term, our 12-month analysis forecasts a projected change of 6.42%. According to our calculations, the stock's performance could fluctuate between a decline of 17.54% and an increase of 7.40% over the next year. In today's terms, this would place the future price in a range between $450.43 and $586.65. Our latest daily update for QQQ includes the headline QQQ ETF price up nearly 1% on Thursday. The QQQ ETF price increased by nearly 1% on the last trading day, which was Thursday, the 26th of June, 2025. The price rose from $541.16 to $546.22. Impressively, it has now gained for 4 consecutive days. It will be interesting to see if this upward trend continues or if the ETF takes a short break in the coming days. On the last trading day, the ETF experienced fluctuations of about 1%, with a day low at $541.52 and a day high of $546.67. The price has risen in 6 out of the last 10 days and has increased by over 2.5% in the past 2 weeks. Volume decreased on the last day by 1 million shares, with a total of 43 million shares traded, amounting to approximately $23.7 billion. It's important to note that falling volume alongside rising prices may indicate divergence and could serve as an early warning for potential changes in the next few days. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the ETF was $546.67, while the lowest price was $402.39. Currently, the price is 0.08% or 450 cents below the 52-week high of $546.67, which also stands as the all-time high for the ETF. In today's financial landscape, the Invesco QQQ Trust Exchange-Traded Fund continues to attract attention, particularly as recent news highlights significant developments impacting its valuation and performance outlook. A key commentary from the market suggests a preference for QQQM over QQQ, driven by QQQM's lower fees, higher yield, and impressive growth in assets under management. This shift in preference could pressure QQQ's price in the short term, as investors streamline their portfolios for efficiency and yield. Furthermore, QQQ has recently flashed a golden cross pattern, a bullish technical indicator that suggests the potential for upward momentum. This positive signal could invigorate investor confidence, possibly lifting QQQ's price as traders respond to the optimistic sentiment. In macroeconomic updates, whispers of an interest rate cut from Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell indicate a supportive environment for equities. A rate cut could spur further investment in tech-heavy funds like QQQ, as lower borrowing costs typically propel growth stocks. Lastly, the current tech rally, driven by major players such as Netflix, Meta, and Microsoft, is positioning QQQ as a frontrunner in the market. Over the long term, should these trends persist, QQQ could experience sustained buying interest, reflecting a robust bullish outlook. In summary, while short-term challenges persist due to emerging alternatives and valuation concerns, the combination of bullish indicators and favorable economic policies may lead to a promising trajectory for QQQ. Analyst ratings. On Thursday, June 26, 2025, it was reported that Benchmark assigned QQQ a negative rating with a hold action. On Tuesday, June 10, 2025, it was reported that Benchmark assigned QQQ a mixed rating with a hold action. On Monday, June 9, 2025, it was reported that Edward Jones assigned QQQ a mixed rating with a hold action. On Tuesday, June 3, 2025, it was reported that Benchmark assigned QQQ a hold rating with a hold action. On Friday, May 30, 2025, it was reported that Benchmark assigned QQQ a buy rating with a hold action. The following signals have been identified for QQQ. The chart today reveals mostly positive signals. The QQQ exchange-traded fund holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, suggesting a favorable outlook for the fund. Additionally, there is a general buy signal due to the short-term average being above the long-term average. On downward corrections, support is expected at $534.82 and $522. A decline below either of these levels would trigger sell signals. A buy signal emerged from a pivot bottom point on Tuesday, the 8th of April, 2025, and thus far, it has increased by 31.28%. Further growth is anticipated until a new top pivot is identified. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3-month moving average convergence-divergence. Notably, volume decreased during the last trading day despite rising prices. This creates a divergence between volume and price, which may serve as an early warning. Therefore, the ETF should be monitored closely. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence-divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal from 55 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 1 day ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal from 5 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 45 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 41 days ago. If we examine the 12-month chart, we observe short moving average, buy signal from 45 days ago. The long-term moving average, buy signaled from 33 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages shows a buy signal from 24 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to discover more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for QQQ. On the downside, the ETF finds support just below today's level, from accumulated volume at $466 and $423.69. There is a natural risk involved when an ETF is testing a support level, because if this is broken, the ETF may then fall to the next support level. In this case, QQQ finds support just below today's level at $466. If this support is broken, then the next support from accumulated volume will be at $423.69 and $422.67. Generally, the ETF tends to have very controlled movements, and with good liquidity, the risk is considered very low in this ETF. During the last day, the ETF moved $5.15 between high and low, or 0.95%. For the last week, the ETF has had a daily average volatility of 1.16%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for QQQ, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, we have the price-to-earnings ratio, often referred to as the PE ratio. This important ratio measures a company's current share price in relation to its earnings per share. A relatively low PE ratio may indicate diminished expectations for the company's future or suggest that the exchange-traded fund is undervalued, which could present a buying opportunity. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for QQQ. There's no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which indicates that the ETF could move upwards swiftly under the right conditions. In this scenario, you may want to enter a position and utilize volume to decide when to exit. On the downside, QQQ faces its first support level at $466. If this support level holds, it could present a favorable entry point. Anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $529.29, representing a decrease of 3.10%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits very low daily fluctuations, which translates to a minimal risk profile. A buy signal has emerged from a pivot bottom identified 54 days ago. Is QQQ ETF a good buy? Several short-term signals, combined with a generally positive trend, suggest that the current level may present a buying opportunity, as there is a fair chance for QQQ ETF to perform well in the short term. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Friday, the 27th of June, we expect QQQ to open lower by $1.42, starting trading at $544.80. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. You should not base your investment decisions on StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.